Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. Today I am talking to you about MARA Sunscreen. It's the Sea Kale Sunscreen Serum SPF 30. In this video, I'm going to go over the brand itself, the ingredients of this, the application, including the texture, the finish, and then my overall thoughts and feelings about my experience with this. If you enjoy this video at any point, please do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. This is just a hobby for me, but it always feels good to get nice feedback. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. First, let's talk about the brand MARA. The founder is named Allison McNamara, so obviously the name is the last portion, the name of the brand is the last portion of her name, MARA, but also Allison is Irish, and in Gaelic, MARA means sea, and that makes sense if you know anything about this brand. Every product in this line in this brand is infused with an algae plankton blend, which obviously comes from the sea. Allison is a redheaded, porcelain skinned beauty, although she admits she's not a natural redhead. But she grew up in California near the ocean, and she was, I believe, a beauty journalist. She was aware of the ocean and the contents in the ocean and the potential they had in great skincare. She also wants to help preserve our oceans and understands the benefit that they give our planet. So she took it upon herself to create this algae-infused skincare line. It's Leaping Bunny certified, vegan, cruelty-free. Actually, all products are vegan except they have one mask that does include honey. The line is for all skin types and is made in the USA. So now let's talk about packaging. Every product in MARA's line comes in beautiful glass packaging. They may be different shaped, and they're all tinted a little bit differently, but they're all reminiscent of the sea. At least the colors remind you of that. It feels luxurious. It's glass bottles with an aluminum gold recyclable cap. This particular sunscreen has a twist pump so it can lock closed, which is nice for travel. MARA does have a great recycling program. Once you have 3 full-size products or even travel-sized products, you can email recycle@themarabeauty.com and they will send you a label to return those items to MARA for free for them to recycle. And then you'll also get a 10% off coupon code for a one-time use off specific items from MARA. But they also are conscious and sustainable in their packaging and in their choice of ingredients. She only chooses ingredients that won't cause ecotoxicity or bioaccumulation in our oceans. So she's even concerned with the health of the oceans while she's taking, ingredients from the oceans for us to put on our skin. And of course, she uses green manufacturing procedures and recyclable packaging and even vegetable-based inks on any printed materials. So let's talk about the ingredients. I've got some notes here. I'm just gonna hold them up and read them because there's no shame in using notes, and at least then I'll be accurate. So, first I guess I should tell you this product is $52. That does put it, in my mind, at the higher price point. And comparatively speaking, that's definitely one of the more, if not the most expensive sunscreen I've reviewed. So, as we mentioned, did I mention? It's a non-nano zinc oxide sunscreen, 100% mineral. It's broad spectrum, UVA, UVB, PA+++, SPF 30. Some of the ingredients are blue sea kale, hemp seed, and moringa, which hydrate, provide vitamin C, and also those oils would provide a dewy finish. There are other maritime botanicals in here to reduce redness. Their proprietary algae blend, of course. Apparently that shields from from blue light, pollution, and photoaging. There's also raspberry seed oil, which they claim improves skin elasticity, and some other ingredients. It's like every ingredient in this product really is serum based to just make your skin more beautiful, more hydrated, lots of antioxidants. Finally, they do claim that this leaves no white residue, which we will look at during the application phase. So I've got a recording of me applying the product this morning. The directions say to shake the bottle really well. It does have one of those little balls. I think you can hear it in here to help mix the product up. I guess, you know, probably the oil separate from the zinc oxide, so you really do want to shake it well. One negative thing about the package, and this is the only negative thing I have to say, is some of the product was left on the tip of the dispenser when I use it because it's very watery, and when I shake the product, a lot of times it will like fling around the room whatever's left on the outside of the bottle. So just make sure to wipe off the outside of the bottle and that won't happen to you. So as I mentioned, the bottle does have a pump dispenser that so far has worked really well. I feel like it dispenses the right amount of product, and I watched the founder apply it and saw she uses 3 pumps for her face and neck, so that's what I've been doing. The consistency of this product is really thin and watery, although there is in fact no water in it. With there being no water in it and oil base, it should last a long time before it goes bad because it would be more antibacterial. Water is typically what introduces bacteria into your products. And you know, I realize this really is a serum sunscreen. Between the texture and the ingredients and the consistency, it's really thin and easy to apply. The formula really is a white liquid with a little bit of yellow in it, which you probably already saw. And it's super easy to spread out, rub in. There's no tugging at all. It does seem like it could leave a white cast at the very beginning when I apply it, but you'll see it actually doesn't. It shears out, you know, it's sheer from the beginning when I apply it, but that white cast that looks like it's there goes away. And the scent is beautiful. I've heard it described as Fruit Loops, like the cereal, and there is a sweetness to it, definitely, but there's also a floral aspect. It's not rosy or something strong floral like any perfume or anything. It's just scented from the ingredients, the naturally scented from the ingredients, and I love the scent, which is unexpected for me because I typically prefer my products unscented. I'm very sensitive to scents. They make me sneeze, they bother my eyes. This one does not, so much so that I can even put this product up around my eyes. That's a very important place to put your sunscreen, under your eyes and on your eyelids. I can use this there, but that scent is just gorgeous. Sadly, in my opinion, it fades too soon. It's been probably 2 hours. I've had lunch. I have not left the inside of my condo, and I want to show you the finish and talk about how it feels. I left my hair down. Well, to dry, but also hopefully you can see. Oh, sure. No, you can see a little bit. My hair sticks to it. I think since my hair was down, I've already worn off some of the stickiness, but there it is. This is still, after a couple of hours, still very dewy and feels like it's sitting on top of my skin and is sticky. The finish for me never dries down. It continues to look very radiant and dewy and continues to feel sticky and damp. I have worn foundations over this, especially my Care-Wise liquid foundation, which is my favorite, and it's worn beautifully. I've never had trouble with pilling. The only area that I've ever had any problems with is right here under my eyes, and I don't know why that is. I have nothing on underneath, literally nothing, not even a vitamin C serum, and I'll get pilling right here if I rub at all. Whereas here I can rub and it's fine. Also, I've never reapplied this. It's sitting on my skin. It feels so thick and heavy for me, not suffocating heavy, but just heavy in the sense that it hasn't absorbed or dried down at all. And I never want to put on a second layer. So I've also never tried a powder foundation on top, which I'm going to try today. The reason I've never tried a powder foundation is because it would just look awful and it would just ruin my brushes, not ruin long term, but in the sense of trying to apply a powder on top of this would just put the oil onto my brushes and kind of ruin the brushes for the use this time. It'd look cakey and thick and awful. But I'm gonna try to apply this powder foundation with a sponge and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna first try the sponge dry, and if that doesn't work out, then I will dampen the sponge. But first I've gotta put my hair up, of course, to keep. Can you see how this is almost looks like hard pan on here because of the oil that it's picking up? I hope it's not removing any of the SPF factor. Well, luckily my foundation does have SPF factor in it. And I don't know how much is coming off of here and going onto my face because it still feels very sticky and does look quite dewy still. I think I'm gonna go dampen the brush and see if that makes a difference. All right, while I went and dampened the brush, I saw that there actually was some powder foundation that got applied to my face. I just not real close to my mirror right here. I could pull it a little closer, so I didn't see that. Also, I went ahead and put on some under eye concealer, which you can see has applied beautifully over the MARA sunscreen. So now I'm gonna go in with the damp beauty blender and try it that way. I'm definitely getting more coverage this way. You know, for me, the biggest issue right now isn't even the appearance. I mean, it definitely has the dewiness showing through. It's just still a little tacky, very lightly. I don't think my hair would stick to it anymore, so I guess this will have to do. But this is definitely the way to apply a powder foundation on top of this sunscreen. I'm sure it would work with loose powder as well, but I would just be less excited about that. And so I want you to see with the powder foundation on it. I'm not super glowy, but definitely the glow shines through. You don't need any kind of primer underneath your foundation if you're going to use this serum SPF. It works beautifully. It seems like under powder if you apply it properly, as well as under the liquid foundation. Okay, now I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup and we'll be back, or I'll be back to talk about the product overall and my final thoughts and feelings. All right guys, this is the finished look and the full process of applying this MARA sunscreen. I've got it right here. Let's talk about my final thoughts. The brand itself, I love what it stands for. I love what it does. I love the humectant properties of the algae-infused ingredients and the pure skincare line as it is. I really love the packaging. I think it's beautiful, feels sophisticated and luxurious. The pump system works nicely. It has this locking close mechanism, which is nice. For travel, I'd still put it in a plastic baggie. It's full spectrum, 30. UVA, UVB, SPF, non-nano zinc oxide, all of that is great. It truly is a serum sunscreen. I think they named it appropriately. The first ingredient I believe is moringa oil, which is full of something like 46 antioxidants. It has a lot of vitamin C. It's hydrating, and then a bunch of other great ingredients. It really does have that serum feeling consistency. You feel like you're putting something beautiful and good for you on your skin. It doesn't leave a white cast. It leaves a beautiful dewy finish. Oh, and I forgot, I love the scent. The scent's absolutely beautiful, but now begins the negatives for me. Once I have it on, it doesn't dry down. It doesn't matter how long I wait. I don't like the tackiness that's left that my hair sticks to. I feel like I have a film on my face. I don't want to go out, especially to put a mask on. I don't want to put makeup on over top of it. I feel like, my makeup's just gonna move or slide around if I touch my face at all. At least with the liquid foundation. Today I used the powder foundation and I do feel a lot better about it. So I would suggest using a more matte foundation or powder foundation. That really could work nicely. This was a much better experience for me. And the dewiness does shine through underneath the foundation, which I think is beautiful. I think that this product would work fabulously if you have dry skin, if you live in a dry climate, if you like that dewy finish and like the feeling of something on your skin. But if you're someone with oily skin or just someone who doesn't like the feeling of product on their skin like me, even though I have dry skin, it's not the best thing. I love the scent and I love the ingredients, but I really don't love much else about it. There are other sunscreens that I prefer. Well, my favorite, to be honest right now, is tinted, and it's the Josh Rosebrook. I'll just spoil that for you because it does dry down matte. I think for me that's a big thing, just the texture once it's applied. I hope I've covered everything you would be interested in. Any questions you have about this product, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear your comments, your feedback, if you've tried it, what you think of MARA as a whole skincare line, any other thoughts or comments. If you enjoy this at any point, please do give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It makes a big difference for me. And in the meantime, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.